It's a colossally bad deal.
Yeah.
Tkachuk is a superstar. Every team in the league would want him. You got back a player who had the biggest plummet in terms of points from one year to the next.
But also one of the
And
largest jumps in points. 23 more assists than the year before. You
yeah,
can't have one without the other. And my point being, yes, he plummeted back, but what really was he? I think we were sold a bunch of bullshit. You heard his name and he was always, yeah, okay, point, get some points, good player, good player. He was never, ever once in a conversation I had with anyone referred to as a guy you have to have on your team, and he's a superstar Hall of Fame type player.
yeah.
He had 115 points, and I don't recall hearing that much about it. How? 115 points. And again, maybe I didn't pay enough attention, which I tend to do, but I'm not buying that this guy was the do all end all. Go look at his points and tell me why everyone thinks he's a 100-point guy.
Yeah,
Because he
it
did it
was.
once?
I just have to be honest because at the time I thought it was a great deal.
It was a
I
good
thought,
deal. The deal was good. The bad part of the deal was the signing. It wasn't the trade that was bad. It was the signing that was bad. It was the all in. We don't know what we have in Calgary. These guys have never fucking played before, and chemistry matters in the NHL. And Lindholm just lost his two best buddies, and I don't know what I'm going to have in that room, but I'm going to fucking put it all in on, throw in all my chips.
yeah.
That's what it was. It has nothing to do with the trade. The trade's fine. Don't sign those guys. It's real simple. Oh, we can't risk losing them like we lost Gaudreau. How often does it happen? And don't trade him at the deadline. If he won't sign, he's gone. Playoffs be damned.
And at the time, the emotion in the city and around the team, it was fragile because Gaudreau left and now Tkachuk wants out, and here's a guy coming in. Even if he wasn't 115, he was a top six, top three. He was a top guy.
Look at the stats.
But I mean, there's a 92-point season in there.
There's two above what 80.
But then take a look. But he's over a point a game.
I'm not saying there's a big difference.
No, but in a deal where Tkachuk says, I want out, here's 5 teams that I'll go to.
I'm not saying the deal was bad. I'm saying 10 and a half, not knowing he fits into the room. I mean,
honestly, I think that Treliving or the Flames were just in a headspace. They were prepared to pay $10 million to Gaudreau. And now here's a guy that's over a point a game. And he'll stay. We can't, our city
and technically he's not over a point a game. Like if we look at it.
Well, he was over those 4 years, 92 and 82.
But why do the other 4 years not fucking matter? Or however many? Like he's got 764 games, 675 points. That's not a point a game. That's not an 80-point guy.
But in his 29, 28, 27, 26-year-old seasons, he was over a point a game. Starting in 18-19. 92 and 82. Then in the shortened year, he had 78 and 69. Then 61 and 55 and 115 and 80.
I don't think 115 stands out to you?
No, it for sure it does. But just look at the games played. I don't know if you prorate that 55 game year to 82 or whatever. Look, I can't. There's no debating it. But the point is, now that you know where you are, and you think even if you make this deal, do you spin those guys off last year at the deadline, or what were those other? Because you heard St. Louis, you heard Carolina. What were those offers? Did they have firsts and Jordan Kyrou or Marty Necas? Those were the names that were kind of bandied about. And then you get another raft of firsts from this year's expiring contracts. But there was no way when that went down that ownership was going to say, okay, well, let's just completely change course. We just won a playoff round. We had a game 7 overtime goal. The city's lit up. Pack her in. There was no way ownership was going to let you do it. And in fairness, I think it probably would have been hard to do it, because even at the start of last season, there were a lot of people who were saying this team might be better than last year's team. Yeah, you got no Kachuk and no Gaudreau, but look at this. Look at the guys you brought in. Might be better.
Yeah, you got a group of players.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.